Hi, welcome to Growing Energy. I am Energy. It's nice to meet you. If this is your first time checking my channel out. If you're returning, welcome back. We're gonna do pick a group for this week. This is a timeless reading. That's why I'm not saying the week of. But today, while I'm recording this, we do have I think it's a new moon in Scorpio or full moon in Scorpio. It's November 13th, right? So the energy can be heavily influenced by that going on. So this week could be a lot of changes coming up. There's a lot of things going on astrologically this week. So let's just dig in and see what's going on. So these are the groups. We have group 1, right? Group 2 and group 3. Scan 1, 2, 3. You can see it right there. And if you chose group 1, let's go ahead and start with you right now. So let me just remind you that these messages, if it doesn't apply, just let it fly. You don't have to accept something, especially if it makes you feel uncomfortable on the inside. Don't get upset about it or anything. I have to accept it because energy said this is what's going on for my week. No, you can pull whatever you need to out this reading and keep it pushing, honey. Don't worry about it. But let's see what's coming up for your week this week. Let's see what energies you have coming up for this week. What should we be looking out for? Okay, so we have choose wisely. And that's funny. Okay, not funny, but I'll tell you why. So we have the 7 card, right? Choose wisely coming up. Now with the green border cards, I love these decks, right? This is the Psychic Tarot by John Holland. With these decks, the borders will also give you a deeper explanation to what area of life this is talking about. And this is about not just love as in like relationship love and physical emotion, but something that really piques your interest and something that you feel as though affects you on an emotional level. This could be choosing a different job. This could be like, you're choosing what you're going to go to school for if you're going to college, like upper education. This could be you choosing what group to be a part of, what church to go to, where to live next. Just something that evokes emotion within you and something that you've honestly been going back and forth with for a while. So on the bottom of the deck, we have the Trapped in Fear card. And I feel like both of these cards together, the reason why you haven't made a decision is, it could be some Libras watching this. I'm a Libra myself, Libra gang, stand up. But the reason why you might have kind of been hesitant to make a decision is because you're nervous. Whatever this decision is to you that you've been pondering is extremely important, and I see these birds in this card right here, which lets me know that you've been kind of waiting on messages from other people, right? You probably reached out to 2 other people to ask, what decision should I make? Where should I go? If this is regarding a love relationship, should I be with this person? Should I spend all this time, basically eternity, with this person? What does this mean? And is this really love? You're just questioning certain things. And I can already tell you, if someone gives you an idea, or if you go to someone for advice and they tell you advice and you instantly feel something on the inside as if you don't even know what you want to do, but just someone else bringing some kind of advice to you makes you feel uncomfortable, that should tell you something about whatever they told you or whatever they decided, whatever option. You might think that's one of the options, but if you have such a visceral reaction to it, it might be something that you don't actually want to do. So I don't know exactly what this is, but I know it's something that you have your heart in, and it's something that you feel as though you've kind of been going back and forth and not knowing what decision to make in regards to this. But a decision does have to be made this week, Okay. This is a decision. It's something that has to do with, okay, some of you could be Scorpios. This flower that's on this Scorpio card, I know it's a flower of transformation and rebirth because it dies off so quickly and it grows really quick. What I'm seeing here, right, if this is a decision to move on from something, I almost feel like, now this can be for some of you, it could be for all of you, but I feel like you've maybe been in a dynamic or relationship, job or whatever where you've been unhappy and you've kind of been changing. You know, we all evolve as we get older. You've been changing within this dynamic, right? And you've left people behind. You've had to move along, and part of you still wants to hold on to who you used to be, what you know, what makes you feel comfortable. But there's also a part of you that is kind of going back and forth with these endings, with ending something, with walking away from something, with going on to the next thing in life. Like, I feel like there's nothing left for you to give within this dynamic or whatever dynamic that you're in right now. So this week, if you are ending something, the good thing is you'll be making a decision, because making no decision is also a decision. But when you make no decision, you kind of like are still trapped in that fear. You're still stuck in a certain area. And for those of you that have decision paralysis, right? I feel like sometimes when you're scared to make a decision, you're basically telling the universe that you think you're going to get punished for making the wrong, like there's a wrong decision. Like if I do this, all this is going to fail. Or if I do this, all this is going to fail. If I walk away from this person, it's going to go wrong. But what if you're supposed to walk away? What if this happens because you didn't make a decision? What if the relationship, the job, whatever ended without your consent, and because you didn't initiate that ending on your own, and now you're like, well, what do I do now? All this is ending, but it's not like something that is bad. We have to make choices. We have to change. Things happen every single day that cause us to, go in another direction. What you're being asked to do is not hold back on that decision, right? Understand what you need. Look at everything from the standpoint of what's going to make you a better person. But you have to make a decision. You have to end this cycle, whatever this is. Only you watching this can know what this cycle is. But this is basically an ending to a cycle. But I want you to understand that whatever ends, whether it be you doing it on your own or someone else initiating this for you, in the card, one thing I love about the Ten of Swords card, and you can see it in the traditional Rider-Waite tarot deck. This one, it's more vibrant, but you can't really see his hands that well. But his hands are making a sign like this, which means he's at peace. It's always darkest before the dawn. You fought your hardest battles at night, and now the sun is coming up. Especially with the imagery in these cards, you see the sun kind of peeking through, coming up. And then I also see with the finger pointing the right direction, like those birds going in the right direction. You're scared about making a decision, right? But you're being enlightened to go in the right direction. So it's either there's a decision being made for you, and even if you're fighting it tooth and nail, it's going to lead you on the right path. If something ends this week, you're going to be led on the right path. And I think sometimes it's because you couldn't make a decision on your own. That definitely happens to me. I sometimes I can see different options, right? I can see all the areas of an option, and I'm too scared to make a decision. And then when something comes crumbling down, I'm like, oh my God, woe is me. It's so horrible, so horrible. But then when I look back at it, it's like, damn, this really set me up for success. I'm in a better position now. And I wouldn't have walked away because I'm too used to being stubborn, right? It's a Scorpio trait, stubbornness, but I'm not trying to say it in a bad way. Just like, you're a fixed sign. So you get set in your ways, you get set in your comfortability. And sometimes you need that shakeup. You need to get on that new path. So don't doubt that you're being led towards the right path, right? I see it. And this is stuck out to me, and I'm going to take this. You're with the imagery of the yellows in all these cards are basically showing me there's this wisdom that you're gaining from this. And I did see on the deck earlier the solar plexus card, which is like your action, which is like your energy source. It's not being scared to start this new path. Something new is happening for you. So something could be ending this week, but immediately following something new is happening for you. And when I see this dog, I think loyalty, I see this white flower, I think purity, with the whites, truth, innocence, I feel like being set on the right path that is going to be for you. So just pay attention to the things that are trying to end this week. Let it happen the way it's supposed to, because you're literally leading yourself towards something new. So you don't need to be kind of trapped in fear. I think we worry a lot of times when we don't know what to expect and we don't know the future. but I feel like your future is bright. You know, if it was going to say anything else other than your future is bright, the Fool card wouldn't have shown itself to me. I see some of you maybe planning a trip. I see some of you planning a trip to some place where I always think like Positano in Italy when I see this coin, because it's like this is a nighttime scene, but it's a lot of close buildings that are like on a hill. And if you've seen like the coast, like Positano, I think it's Positano, Italy, or like Majorca, Spain, or places to where, you know, there's a lot of those buildings and there's water on this side, and, you know, it's like a lot of buildings going up. Some of you may live in an area like this, be taking a vacation to an area like this, or this could just be letting me know that there is information or knowledge or something coming to you from someone overseas. So look out for a message coming in from someone online that, you know, you don't really live close to. With this book coming out here, I feel like this is knowledge. I feel like you have the knowledge to head off on the right path. I feel like you make the right decisions. It's just you second guess yourself. And instead of you acting, you worry before you step out. But this is letting me know there's knowledge here that you're gaining, that you know. And I see with this apple here as well, you know, we can look at it like the apple of knowledge from the tree of knowledge in the Bible, right? But this blue is communication. So like I said, there's some kind of communication coming in. And with the yellow here in the apple as well, this yellow is wisdom to me. It's knowledge. So this communication coming in about something that is going to kind of like, it's some kind of a message that is going to click with you. And with this cat, I always think spiritual. I always think spiritual guide. I always think you're not alone. And the pink to me just symbolizes such a calming energy. So especially with these cards looking the way they do with the Death and the Ten of Swords, but going into the Fool, right? Especially with this dog here, having some kind of spiritual guidance. You're not by yourself. You're not alone in this transition, but this transition is good for you. So don't fight the transition, because it's exactly what you need. Okay, so that was it for group one. Be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Come back and see me again. And let me just clean this up so we can move on to group two. Bye, group one. Okay, so group two, let me write that down. Group two, how are you doing? Welcome. Welcome back to Growing Energy, or welcome if your first time. So let's see what is coming up for you this week. I know that's right. Power. This is, okay, so traditional tarot, this is the Strength card. This is you being strong. This is you needing to be strong. This is you conquering fears. This is you, like, what I like about this card and the imagery is like, here's this older man that looks wise. You know, we think wise when we think gray here. He looks like he is in a position of power because of his headdress and the cape that he has on. To purple, I'm thinking royalty with this, but I'm also seeing the color red with his action. This person has spent a long time standing on business, basically. You spend a long time, you know, looking out for yourself, taking action, stepping out on faith, doing exactly what needs to be done. And a lot of times you've had to channel that inner warrior. So basically this week is like it's you in your power, being strong. It's you understanding that you have everything within you to accomplish anything that you need to accomplish, right? On the bottom of it, we have, this is funny because we have, I'm seeing these double eights, which is basically, it's a power card. And with this emotional withdrawal card on the bottom, it's strength within relationships, relationship dynamics. Drawing on strength. Maybe this is spending a long time. Yeah, with this power. Look at this, 3 8s in a row. 888. You could be seeing 888 a lot. So what I'm seeing, this is the story that I'm seeing, right? You being emotionally withdrawn, right? you deciding, F that, I'm not going to sit here and be weak about any situation that I'm going through. So I'm going to move forward. I'm going to be strong. I'm going to call on my personal power, that strength card, and I'm going to move in a positive direction with accelerated motion. So this is all about forward positive movement. This is all about you taking matters into your own hands. Sorry, so let me put this over here for group 2. This is you taking matters into your own hand. This is abundance. This is, we don't think, you think infinity, the infinity symbol, but I think long lasting. Anytime you stand up for yourself, you draw on your power. Anytime you, it's almost like you've got to the point where you notice when you don't feel right. I don't feel good, I don't feel confident, whatever the case is. And instead of looking for anyone else to help you out, you say, I got everything I need. That's what you're doing this week. I got it. I don't have to wait for someone to save me. I don't have to wait for someone to tell me, I can handle this. You've basically been through a lot. Because remember I told you, the wisdom within the power card, this guy with this gray hair, that you could be a guy, a male or a female, sorry. We don't worry about gender over here, right? Whatever the energy that you're in. But what I see is someone who had to draw on that strength when they felt down. This boat is in water, being around like a river of emotions. And if this is emotionally withdrawn, something had to happen for you to withdraw emotionally. But what you're basically doing is, walking away from that, walking away from feeling that sense of lack, walking away from feeling as though you're not fulfilled because you have everything within you. So this week, really focus on, with the pages, this is more not saying the energy is that small, but I feel like you're utilizing that sort of truth. I feel like you're speaking up for yourself. This is birds in this card are messages. Birds are always messages to me. So what we're doing is we're not allowing anything to emotionally rattle us. We're taking matters into our own hand. We're being strong. We're walking towards whatever destiny we have, whatever blessing we have, right? And we're being truthful with our communication. If this has to do with relationships and you having to be strong within relationships, or walk away from situations to where you feel like you weren't getting enough emotionally, and now you understand what real love is supposed to be, so you know what you're supposed to look for, right? This could be you meeting someone online, or they're just being someone that you've had to walk away from that still kind of keeps tabs on you. But we're not worried about that, because regardless of whatever you have going on, you're making, you're moving in a positive forward motion, right? And whatever you're going towards is more structure. It's something that is, this change is actually bringing you to a sense of security. I'm thinking the Hierophant card. I'm thinking Taurus. I'm thinking you'll be at peace because it has the peace symbol. I'm thinking, going from this, sitting here, not feeling organized, not feeling as though you have any kind of structure, or kind of feeling hopeless, to standing at the top of your game, right? So by the end of this week, I feel as though no matter what indecision you had, no matter what questions you had, no matter what confused you about how to move forward, you're drawing on that personal power basically to have that forward movement. You're putting down these burdens because you're allowing new things into your life. Let's go ahead and grab you some charms. Yeah, there's some of you could be, you're not fulfilled on your current spiritual journey. So this could be like you looking into, maybe, I don't want to say switching religions, but finding new ways to represent yourself. And this could be researching things online too. I see healing coming in. So for those of you that are dealing with some kind of emotional withdrawal from things that happened in the past, in regards to love, in regards to finances, whatever it is, there is healing here. And I feel like that's the only reason why you're able to step out into your power. in realistic human experiences, we all go through times where we feel down. Do you sit in it or do you get out of it? And I feel like you don't sit in that. You kind of work your way out of it. You understand your power, and the older you get and the more wise you get. When I see this like rustic symbol right here, I always think of like Arizona, right? I always think about like areas where there's a lot of sand, a lot of like desert fashion, right? But I'm also thinking about something that's old, something that has kind of gained experience, something that has history, something that has stood the test of time. You are timeless because of the fact that you never give up on yourself, even when you're at your lowest. And this week is no exception. No giving up on yourself, because regardless of whatever you have going on, there is something new coming in for you, and there's positive movement forward. Okay, group 2, be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe, and I hope to see you again soon. All right, so group 2, I really hope that you understand how powerful you are. You'll be successful. Don't doubt yourself. Boo. Okay, so hey, group 3, let's get started with you. I'm sorry, I just had to write it down when I started for these timestamps. Oh my. Okay. Just realized I didn't give any advice cards afterwards. Group 3, you'll probably be the only group getting an advice card. Shh, don't tell anybody. All right, so what can group 3, and I'm not taking that yet. What can group 3 expect for this week? What can you expect for this week, group 3? And this came out in group 1, I think it was. Choosing wisely. There's a decision that you have to make with your heart. This exact same thing came out in group 1. This exact same thing. If you're watching all the groups, that's crazy. This exact same thing came out. The choose wisely and the trapped in fear. There's a fear about a decision that you have to make. And I feel like it's regarding love. I feel like it's regarding what happens if I leave this person? What happens if I stay? You know, in the first reading that I was doing, it was about like basically any decision to where your heart is within it. I feel like with this one, it's about relationships, to where are you scared because you don't know what's going to happen if you walk away from somebody? If you choose the wrong person, is someone pressuring you to make a decision and you have decision paralysis and you don't know what decision to make? Regardless of whatever is going on, you're being asked to choose wisely. And also you're being asked to kind of tune into your spiritual teachings, to like, you know, your spiritual, like maybe meditating, maybe you're worried, you don't know what decision to make, but you're also not taking the time to like quiet your mind. You're just worrying. And there's a difference between worrying and objectively looking at a situation to make a decision. I want you to get yourself out of just sitting there like, oh, you know, if I make the wrong decisions, everything's going to fail. You're assuming that the universe is going to punish you for making a decision. And that's not true. It's just different paths that you'll go on, right? But don't allow yourself to be so trapped in fear that you don't make a decision at all. Because making no decision is also a decision, but it's a decision that keeps you stuck because you didn't do anything. All right, so let's clarify more what this is talking about. I just need like 1 or 2 cards, sweetheart. Chill out. Like, don't do too much. Right, I'm not taking that because you didn't pop out. If you need to pop out, then you need to pop out. Let's figure this out. So what is this about? What is this decision that they need to make? Where you put your energy and who you nurture. Who are you loving on? Who are you giving energy to? With the Pentacles, this is like, you know, your values, your morals, your foundation. Building a foundation with someone, choosing the right path to go on, choosing the right thing to do isn't an easy feat. But I feel as though whatever decision that you are looking to make, what you're being asked to do is choose the one that is grounded more in stability. With this card on the bottom, the Hermit card showing up like this person goes into their isolation to find answers. Now, if this is you in isolation, worrying and all that stuff, what you're being asked to do, honest to God, is meditate, pray about it. You're a spiritual being, and I know this because of this card coming up. Some of you could have Virgo energy, can be earth signs, right? But what I'm seeing is practical energy. What I love about earth sign energy is when it comes up, it lets me know there's a process here. So if you're trying to make a decision on where to put your energy, where to build something, it's about building something, whether it be a relationship and a career, you know, you want to build a house, you want to fix your credit, you want to do something, whatever it is, you're being asked to pay attention to what steps are needed. You went into this isolation period to kind of get more of an idea of what steps you need to take to make this happen, right? So kind of lean on whatever those steps are, whatever information you got while you were in meditation or you were in heavy thought about what steps to take moving forward. Instead of worrying, write everything down, make a list. You know, my mom is a Virgo, right? And one thing I like about her is when I'm confused and I say, Mom, I don't know what to do, she'll tell me, make a list. And it seems so simple, but I'll make a list of like pros and cons, and then I'll be able to gain knowledge about what I need to do based on because I need to see it in front of me. Me thinking about it all the time isn't going to ground it. You are looking to do something grounding. You are looking to pull something from the spiritual realm into the physical realm, whether it be, you know, financial abundance, whatever it is, but whatever path you're choosing to do, I feel like you're being asked to choose the path that takes you, that, you know, you understand the steps and you're comfortable with the progression of what it takes to get there. So don't spend time being trapped and worrying. I think you should spend more time coming up with a plan, coming up with your list. What is this card that just popped out? Yeah, okay, so the Page of Cups. This is a slow start, right? This is something that is small, but it's a flow, right? Okay. In order for you to have that flow, in order for you to have this flow that you need for whatever decision or for whatever that you're doing in your life, you need to make sure there's steps there. So, you know, like when I don't like structure that much, but just because I don't like structure doesn't mean I don't need it. So sometimes when I know I have to get something done, in order for me to enjoy the freeness of, you know, whatever it is, I have to take that time to go through the steps first. So you're being asked to go through the steps, understand what those steps are, go through it. And then once you like organize yourself more, organization. Once you organize yourself more, you'll be able to have that freedom that comes with the flow and the opportunity that comes with the decisions that you made. But don't fear whatever decision to make. You're going to make the right decision. You're going to make the right decision. You're just being asked to, you know, kind of understand what decisions you have to make and what decisions are out there for you, what steps are out there for you. So let me just, I feel like these three, yeah. Okay, so even though this is black, the color of black is protection, but this is also water sign. The way how the symbol is down. So your heart, your emotions, is protected. This is basically what this is saying. You're protected this week emotionally from whatever decisions you made. If this had to do with choosing the right person to build with and love, you will choose the right person. These two swans, I think swans mate forever. I think that's a thing that swans do, but this is somebody who is good for you. They communicate well. This is great because you're going to have great communication this week. This is also like somebody that speaks with respect and love. So if this is you talking to someone else or someone speaking with you, the communication that you have this week is going to be peaceful. It's going to be respectful and loving because this person with this crown has an era of, you know, maturity to them. I'm thinking royalty, right? But with the blue color of, you know, peace and communication, I'm thinking the communication that you get is more evolved and more, it's just more evolved as opposed to sharp, harsh communication. So look in your communication this week, make sure that you are upfront and honest, but you have a tact and respect when you're talking because it will go a long way and that energy will come back to you in any of the dealings that you have this week. So let's go ahead and choose an advice card for you for this week. And we have, okay, we have the Porcupine Spirit, time for a beginner's mind. And let us read what this means, because honey, I'm human. I don't know every single description there, and I don't want to try to I just want to read it from the book. Okay, so when the porcupine spirit calls your name, you are being asked to adopt the beginner's mind and approach situations with innocence and curiosity. The old confining stories, I know that's right, the old confining stories no longer have a hold on you. Life is full of surprises, okay? Hiding in plain sight. Looking at the world afresh with new eyes can help you find what you have been seeking. Can help you find what you have been seeking, okay? Whether it is a relationship, an opportunity, or evidence that you have all that you need right now to co-create what you desire. Who knew? Porcupine asks you to be playful and have a childlike curiosity. There is much waiting for you that you have yet to discover. There is so much waiting for you that you have yet to discover. I hope you have a blessed week. Thank you so much for checking out my reading, and be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Bye.